There's like this thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies over and why did it downwards treasured sites in Christianity?
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. Happy Memorial Day Monday, May 30th, 2022. How the heck are you? We are a little bit blurry. Don't worry, that is not the computer. That is your eyes. Yeah, it's not me or the camera. It's your eyeballs because you've been having a good time today and you're delirious. I hope you had a good Memorial Monday. Come on. Is that better? You know what? This is going to have to end after the show. After the show. Some people tell me it's because the lighting and all that. Maybe, but I've done several tests with the light on me and off me, and it still does it. So what am I going to do, right? You know what I mean? But here we are. We're going to have a interesting show tonight. It is Mundane Monday. What does that mean? Well, it means it's going to be a mundane show. No UFOs. What? There is? We are? There's going to be UFOs. I don't know. All I know is I heard that the UFOs that were dropped at the Utah symposium was the La Bruja, which we have all seen that a trillion times. Why that was touted as something not new, but major that you had to pay for to see it is beyond me. The Apache, which we all know was birds. Good job, Andy. You're doing great. You're doing ufology justice. Appreciate that. What was the other one? It was another POS video that we all have seen. I forget what it's called. Let's see. And the rubber ducky. They showed the rubber duck. And I don't know about the fourth one yet. But I am so happy and so upset and so mad. Happy because I knew I was right, that Andy and his little minions down at the ripoff symposium were not going to show you anything. We all were hoping there was going to be something new and exciting, but we got neither. Actually, I'm mad because he said that the videos were analyzed by people who are in like science and physiology. What is it? Physicists? They're astrophysicists, maybe? I don't know. Whatever it was, we've got these experts. They're going to look at it. I'll go back on the Josh and Artemis show and I'll play that back to you. I don't have to, but I won't, because I didn't plan on even mentioning that part, because then I'd have the video up and ready and say, look what he said. But he said, we've had the best people on the planet. No, he didn't. Scientists that were looking at this, they are beside themselves. So now, doesn't that explain to you why he was so mad when he was on their show? I'm sick of these effing and these people, they don't know what and I'm so effing and screw this and screw that. I'm going to do what I want. I did it that way, it didn't work, and now I'm going to do it this way. And guess what? Didn't work. Didn't work. Made you look worse. I'm shouting at New York UAP right now. He's over there. He's in the East Coast. That's where I'm looking. That's the East. Actually, it's Northeast. And that's, what is that, Northwest? Yeah. And back there's the other parts. Anyway, this is just, it's buffoonery at its best. It's the desire to be special. It really is. It clouds judgment. We see it with Jeremy Corbell. I'm sorry, Jeremy Corbell. We see it, don't we? What is this? Oh, well, that wasn't really too bad, what John said in there. Let's go, Rich. Make me piss my pants. I need it. That's funny. That's funny. That's not angry. We don't delete comments like that. That's funny. That's John Hintz. Yeah. No, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that comment. The only time we should be blocking people, put them in timeout, is if they were being very mean, like saying your mother's this, or you're an like if they're swearing, and they're making it a derogatory comment towards somebody. But if they say, oh, my effing G, and that was the best sighting ever, you can't block them for that. We don't block people for the word piss. We shouldn't be anyway. Not that he was blocked. The comment was removed, and that people are allowed to speak their minds here. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Letting people speak their minds. Sorry, John. It's okay. I know you're filthy too. But pissing isn't really a bad thing to say. Piss my pants. I say it. I just said it. Yeah. That comment isn't bad. Only if they're aimed at somebody. He aimed that towards himself. He said he needed it. I don't know if I can give that to you, Johnny Baby, but it's roll call time. John Hintz, welcome to the show. Lisa M, welcome to the show. Time to grill. Oh, I know, and you look so happy. You should go grill. And listen at the same time. Alien Critter, welcome to the show. Zach Diecast Monster, welcome to the show. Frapsap, welcome to the show. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Okay, since David Wilcock talks about taking urine baths, I don't know how to moderate. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Well, you can't. No, that's a whole different channel, my friend. That's a whole different channel. Carl Ann, welcome to the show. Walt Corbin, welcome to the show. Mind blown over UAPs, welcome to the show. John P. Adventures, welcome to the show. Richie, pfft, I know. XDVX, welcome to the show. Mark Torana, welcome to the show. Moonlicht, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Frankie B, welcome to the show. Dorothy Hawkins is here, everybody. Welcome to the show. Stephen Carney. Carnation. That's what your new name is. No, it's Carn. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Death Proof Bum 01. How you doing, man? Bill Nice. Welcome to the show, Billy Nice. Sorry. Off-World Adam. Welcome to the show. Who's this guy? Denbub. $14 super donate. Oh, it's a dono. There's no emoji and no comment. Those are super donos. And Denbub is the first super dono, super non-chat. Well, yeah. You know what he means. Thank you, Denbub, for the $14 super chat from Canada. All over the United States. How dare you on Memorial Day? Thank you. Mucho gusto, generoso, Cerso. All right, we're good. Let's go. Let's start the show. Big Bob, Little M. What's up? How you doing, man? Event Horizon, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Bob. Storm Crow, welcome to the show. Are we good? Everybody's here? Diamond Dog's here? Yeah, we can go. Oh, no, here we go. Truth Entertainment is here. Now we can start. Well, Diamond Dog and Truth Entertainment, they come in together, so. And Wilhelm's here. Mr. Robert Wilhelm. I know. No. Yeah? Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind. I love the hate. Because it's who you are. And that's all that I want you to be. Don't be anybody else. Right, Fro20, welcome to the show. Scott Archer, welcome to the show. Archer, good TV show. Stu Gerson. You know, I never watched that show, Archer. I just said it because the name, it was yours. Hey, Stu, welcome to the show. You're not late. Oh, you hate. You're here. Oh, you're here and hate. You're heat. Stephen Kahn with the £1, £1 super chat. Super generoso, mister. It's a super dono. No emoji sticker, no comment. It's just pure love. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And you are a continuing supporter of GoofOn. What's up, Michigan UFO sightings and paranormal encounters? Claudia Rodriguez, welcome to the show. Oh, and by the way, welcome to the show, Michigan. All right. So, yeah. So I think this need for Andy. Babs, what do you say? How do you be? That's a good picture. Welcome to the show. I think, Andy's an interesting but not original guy. He did what Jeremy Corbell did, and did it worse. Because it's really hard to debunk Jeremy Corbell videos, except for all of them. But this one, these birds, this Apache one that came out the other day, should be embarrassed for yourself. It's really bad. Saying that you have people that are experts, right? I had these science guys analyze it. Oof. Doesn't get any better than this, guys. I'm telling you, I think these are great. Well, if he thinks these are great, he needs to get GTFO, ufology, right? Shouldn't he? Yeah. This is an embarrassment to all of ufology, and Twitter is not taking lightly on it. Actually, there's a lot of memes, a lot of people really, really, really disappointed with NYUAP. Very disappointed. And they're putting up funny memes, It's been fun to watch these people actually not stick up. Here, when you hype a UFO video, this comes from Finn365, says, when you hype a UFO video, which turns out to most likely be birds, you underestimate legit UFO witnesses. You give skeptics more reasons to think it's all just gullible analysis because you just peddled a gullible analysis. And it took Dave Beatty, okay, book. Dave Beatty, every time I say that, I hear the word Beatty, I go Beatty. Buck Rogers. It's very frustrating. Did you pee your pants, John? That was one to pee on. That was a good pee joke right there. Well, it wasn't really. But I'm very, very disappointed. I was thinking maybe I should have him on the show. But that wouldn't go well for him. I would be me. I wouldn't be the new Rich. I would have to go back into the old Rich. No, I would be nice. But I would tell him, don't you think you owe us all an apology? And he would say, why? The experts, these people that looked at it, told me these... Right, hold on a second. Anybody, including yourself, could have zoomed in on those and seen... Even I thought something was peculiar about them. You know, I'm like, at first I thought, okay, well, maybe they're real because the pilots who are sitting there in the Apache helicopter saying, oh, are those F-18s up there? Or, man, they're moving fast. Whatever they said, it's hearsay. I don't know, whatever. But I was hoping more than I was thinking it was hopeless. But if you take out what the Apache pilots were saying, would I have thought the same thing when I saw that? I don't know. I don't know. And now I'm wondering if it was even a real recording that came from that Apache. Those pilots. Was it? We don't know. Hey, look, when you post something that's birds, and the pilots that are supposed to be extremely well-versed and trained in observing things can't tell the difference between birds and an F-18 or 16, whatever they said. Am I wrong? I mean, how are we in this position again? And I don't see this video doing any justice for ufology whatsoever. It also holds true to the many times I have said pilots, police, first responders, people in the sky a lot. They're not experts on shit in the sky. You know what they're experts on? Flying. I'm embarrassed and sad and mad and everything else that goes with what happened with that video. And then to say and charge people and then say, hey, these videos, some have been seen, some not, but we've got a really good one. And then the others people have seen, but they're still unexplained. No. The rubber duck? That one's already been... that one hasn't been debunked. But it hasn't been proven to be a UFO making maneuvers that are unmanlike, that are man-made vehicles. That thing was floating around looking like a couple of balloons tied together that formed in the FLIR an image of a duck at some angles, right? That's why he named it the rubber duck. So Dorothy sent me something on Twitter, but I am blocked from that person. I was looking for the Tim Burchett today on Talk TV, and I couldn't find it. So I'm going to try it again on Talk TV. Let me type it in. Let me see if that comes up, because I didn't type it in that way. Nothing. 5 months, 11 months, 3 years, 6 days ago. I've got videos I'm going to play, but I can't find the Tim Burchett one. 3 months, 4 months, 2 years, 6 months, 3 years, 1 day. Oh, that's Howard Hughes. That's not Tim Burchett. 1 year, 3 years, 3 years, 4 weeks, 3 years, 9 days, 1 month, 7 years, 2 years, 13 days, 1 year, 1 year. Where is it? Why can't I find it? And I've ripped through. If anybody has it, send it. Put it in the chat. Send it to my Twitter. But I am blocked from that Adam Goldsack, ballsack dude. And I'm also blocked from Brian Mass UFOs. It says you're unable to view this tweet because this account owner limits who can view their tweets. I'm not blocked, but I can't see the tweets. That's what's coming up. That's what the Adam Goldsack one tells me too. You're unable to view this tweet because account owner limits, and the other is 2 of them. I want that Tim Burchett. So if anybody has it, I'd really like to see it. I know you guys will come through. You always do. Yeah, I'm still... I've been hitting this thing the whole time. I can't find it. I looked before the show. for 15 minutes just scrolling and typing in all these different things to try to find it, and I just can't. David Gosling with the 2-pounder. Marina Seren has started posting YouTube. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Should I? Should I know who that is? Never heard of her. I'll put it in. Let's see. I'm going to put it in. That's what she said. Shut up. You're not funny. Marina Serini? Is that who you mean? Serini? Hold on. Let's see. I don't see who she is. I don't know who that is, and it's not popping up. Yeah, I'm not seeing it in YouTube, so I don't know who that is. I went to go look. Don't know who it is, and it's not popping up. If she started posting on YouTube, then she's not in the search engines if she just started. I can't find her. If you can find the link to that, please send it to me. Be happy to take a look. Thanks for the $2, 2 pounds, 2 quid. Mucho gusto generoso. And a continuing supporter of Goofon. I think there was one more. Oh, Dorothy! It's a super sticker. Super sticker. Let's see what Dorothy sent here. And Dorothy is also a member for 3 months. Woohoo! Banner in green. What should I say? Truthology for you follow. Oh, this is awesome how they do that. Wait a second. I'm a little bit... Oh, wow, there's more than... Oh, geez, you guys. Hold on. I'm a little confused by what's happening here. All right, I'm going to let Coral run it because I don't know. But thank you, Dorothy. I can't find that super sticker for some reason. It must be further back than I can find, but thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. You know that. Appreciate it, though. All right, you did have to do it. I don't know. Thank you for your ongoing support and friendship to Goofon and me. Thank you. Dorothy's unbelievable. She's good people. Very good people. You don't find good people like that. All right. So I'm going to try to, I guess I'll try to find it. I thought there was more stuff. Yeah, I can't go back any further, so I'm not sure. I'm going to have to pull up. Hold on. See, those things don't show up in StreamYard. Now I understand what's going on. Oh, there's a Dorothy Hawkins for $1. That one was looked over too. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I don't know how I missed it, but thank you very much again. Dorothy, a member for 3 months. 3 months? Oh, this is the start of the 3rd month. That's right. That's what it is. But it doesn't give me, it does not give me those comments to post that you're now a member for that long. That bothers me. I had to go to the actual channel to see that. It's then Denbub is also a member for 3 months. Says every Goofon is the best Goofon ever. Wow. Wow, really? I don't know about that, but thank you. All right, it is. Who we kidding? Now I got to do this real quick because I'm pulling up all the super chats and super stickers in the on my channel just to see if I missed anything. All right, here we go. All right, so let's go back to the beginning. Denbub, Steve Karn, got it. Dorothy for $1. David Gosling, the $2. Dorothy with a heart, that's what it is, for $2. William Bridges with the $5 for Future Coffee. Okay, now I think I'm caught up. There's a William Bridges one that comes before that. This one. Thank you very much. William Bridges, I will take it. I will. Thank you very much. Yeah, things are. Yeah. Oh, I want to go to see the Cousins Brothers in July, and it's on July. I want to go from July 3rd to the 10th, and we're gonna say in, I believe, Monterey. It's where they filmed the Goonies, in that little town there area, Monterey, California. So it would be about 150 miles from San Francisco and 150 miles from LA. So that's good. Yeah, so I'm trying to build up to that, and just like last year when I went, you guys crushed it, and I was able to go meet the boys, and Mike from Michael Dark Hour Paranormal, Dr. J Radio, Paula Asteria, Ben from, now it's called Rise, I believe, but I can't remember. He had a very popular channel, and some other people were there. Shrat was there. I didn't meet him there though, but so many other people were there. It was an unbelievable trip. But I was only there 5 days, and I was sick for 2 of them. So I want to go there. I know I'll be healthy this year, but I know. So I'm trying to get there. And, we're also doing things on the road too. And yeah, a lot of things are happening right now behind the scenes that are really, really interesting. Really fun. Josh and Artemis are here from the Josh and Artemis show. Lynn Wallington Hurley is here. Yeah, we said hi. Akashi Chris, hello. How you doing? What's up? And Death Proof Bum 01 with the £2 $2. Hello at Mike Gambali. He's become an ignorant git. Mike has? Really? What happened? We lost one? He went over to the dark side? Yeah, that's okay. I knew we would lose a few. Yeah, there's a lot of angry people out there that have no experience, have no experiences as well, and never seen anything or captured anything on video, yet they want to tell you what's on the videos, and they want to tell you who's lying, and they want to tell you they have all the evidence that proves that this person did that and they did this, and they really don't. It's what do they call that? Mental gymnastics? I don't know. It's something gymnastics. Thank you, Death Proof Bum 01. Sorry, we lost Mike. Mike's been around forever. You see, that's weird, right? I didn't do anything wrong. It's so stupid. All I did was defend myself properly. Yeah. It's really weird. Oh, hey, oh, good. Oh, all right. I didn't know. I'm just going off what somebody said, and I didn't see you. So, good. I'm glad you're still here. Of course we like you. I have nothing against you. You can say whatever you want, be friends with whoever you want, and you can be here and not like me. Believe it or not, there's a good 20% chance that you're here and you don't like me. You're just here to see if I'm going to talk about something so you could use it against me, or you're just interested. Yeah, believe it or not, a lot of people don't like the show that actually watch. It was like the old Howard Stern thing. It's amazing that the main reason why people watch Goof On is to see what he's going to say next. Well, I don't know if those days are in the past, but the anger is not gone either. I'm very angry. The only thing that's going to be different here is the name calling. I'm just taking out name calling, pretty much. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say I'm not going to do it again, but it's not going to be why people come here. People are going to come here because they want to learn something. They want to have fun, maybe, and, we'll throw some comedy in. And as I mentioned, and we're changing things a little bit. So that's it. I'm not justifying why. It's the same show, just a little bit different. That's all. All right, so I'm getting rid of this because I want Tim Burchett, and I don't have it. See, here's what somebody said, which got me interested. The bearded UFO guy, this guy, just waking up to hear U.S. Representative Tim Burchett was on TV talking about crash retrievals. Things are really moving fast. Every week, pretty momentous things are being said or admitted. What a time to be on the UFO Twitter train. You know what's funny about that? From June 25th, the last day, that was the day the 180-day thing ended. Remember, they gave us that 9-page preliminary report. After that, there has been nothing momentous. So that comment is ridiculous, because on a Tuesday last week, they had the congressional hearings, and then what? And then what? Nothing. I don't know. Nothing's happening. I don't know. Maybe yeah. Talking about crash retrievals, I have to hear it, and I haven't heard it yet, so I can't comment. Frapsap, a continuing supporter of GoofOn, that's a $5. I just want to sit back and watch full screen. I don't want to be a mod, Rich. My eyesight isn't good anymore. Oh, I just made you a mod to show respect. That's all. That's all he did. All right. Such easy come, easy go. You don't have to show people you're green or blue or whatever. I'll remove it. Here we go. There you go. All right. All right. Looks like we just got an opening for a moderator. It's okay, man. Hey, you're not the only one who said that. A lot of people don't want the responsibility or to be looked at as if there's someone with the responsibility, or don't want it. They just don't want to do it. I got it. That's fine. I'm not upset. Why would I be upset? Hey, I'd rather just have one moderator. If it was a good, I could just have one moderator here. I wish I could do that, but not everybody could be here every day. And it's a big responsibility with, anywhere between 150 and 200 people here. So, today I didn't expect us to have a big show because it's Memorial Day. I wasn't even going to do a show, to be honest, but since I said it yesterday, I had no choice. And I don't want to be that guy where I just don't do the show when I say I'm going to. I never try. I hate that. Hey, who's this guy? Who's this person? Oh, this is from Event Horizon. $1.03 on PayPal. Oh yeah, see, I even forgot to mention PayPal, Cash App, all that stuff. All the links are in the description. Ron Health Sports Show. Yeah, he said he misses the aguj. I'm like, I do it all the time. Thank you, Event Horizon, for the $1.03 donation. Aguj! Yeah, all over that comment that I don't do it at the end of these donation videos, but I do. He does. He does. Thank you very much. Mucho gusto. Generoso. Thank you, William Bonnie 420. Thank you. All right. I want that video. Does anybody have it yet? The Burchett video? I really want to see it. Well, I have something here from May 17th with Burchett. And I have a couple of videos from different people that have spoken up about the congressional hearings on the news. I always find these to be entertaining. I can't get enough of them. I love watching reporters, journalists, and people who think they know on the news talking about things they really don't know. But Tim Burchett, is it Burchett or Burchett? Yeah, it's a Birch. I'm not so sure about this guy, but he seems to say the right stuff. Seems. Right? Here we go. From where is this? Fox? Is this Fox? NewsNation. I think that's a Fox channel.
Hearings on UFOs is unlikely to change that feeling. For the first time in 50 years, Congress attempted to get answers on whether or not we are alone in the world.
And is this one of the phenomena that we can't explain?
I do not have an explanation for what this specific object is. When I say we can't explain, I mean exactly as you described there, that there is a lot of information, like the video that we showed, in which there's simply too little data to create a reasonable explanation. When I say unexplained, I mean everything from too little data to the data that we have doesn't point us towards an explanation.
Actually, there's a lot of data. There are dozens of videos, radar tracks, witness accounts from U.S. military pilots. Today, the Pentagon authenticated 11 additional videos that show unidentified flying objects, or in the Pentagon's words, aerial phenomenon. But they provided no answers, as you heard, as to what they are. That doesn't sit well with Congressman Tim Burchett of Tennessee, who's been leading the fight to declassify the Pentagon's UFO files. Congressman, we get any closer to answers today?
Absolutely not. I think the cover-up continued. The video they showed was 30 seconds long, and they couldn't even slow it down to show the one frame that was supposed to show that evidence. Go back to the Tic Tac video where the Navy pilots are actually describing what's going on. That's the person we should have had. And we had a Navy pilot there, and he wasn't even testifying. So I think that I think it continues to be a cover-up. I don't have the answers, but I'll tell you, they're not providing them.
So you obviously are purview to a lot of other information that we're not, and we've been in classified briefings. Three obvious explanations for the videos we see. One, it's American technology that's top secret. Two, it's Russian or Chinese technology. Three, it's people from outer space who've got way better technology than we do. There's only one way to sleep well at night, which is that it's U.S. technology. Should, after today's hearing, the American people sleep well?
No, I think if there's something out there that was going to do something, it would have happened a long time ago. I don't think it's Chinese or the Russians. I mean, honestly, if it was Russia, Putin would have landed one on the White House lawn and gotten out bare-chested and wrestled the president on a unicorn or something. In China, they would overtake us all. And if we had it, we would knock everything down out of the air. So that really leaves only one of two options. It's either something that we've recovered and we're reverse engineering, or it is actually something coming from out of this world.
It's kind of crazy.
So, there you go. He doesn't trust him. That's for sure. You can't. You just can't. Can't trust our government. Never. I mean, I'm not saying anything new. He's not saying anything new. He doesn't, he said, look, there were some pilots there that didn't even testify. I don't know what people want, what they're expecting. People are expecting them to tell us everything. I mean, it just doesn't. This was just a starter. Let me say that again. This is just a starting point for congressional hearings. And I saw in the comment section someone said, yeah, they're just setting up for another 50 years of denial. Yeah, it is. It's true. It's sad. I want to believe that we're on the right track, but we're not. A lot of people are taking this and thinking that it is the beginning of disclosure. In a lot of ways, you can say it is, but in other ways, you can say it isn't, because they're not showing us evidence. They just lied. We all know what that thing is. That is not a UFO. It's been proven to have something hanging from it, so most likely it's a weather balloon. A balloon of some sort. I don't know. It could be 100 different things, 1,000. I mean, nobody knows. Nobody knows. And what I think they should have done was send a helicopter to that location. This way they don't have to fly by at 500 miles an hour. Makes sense. but they didn't. Not that we know of. So they had their opportunity. And what doesn't make sense, if there was a UFO in the vicinity of this airplane, this F-18 or whatever the hell it was, don't you think there would be other video from somewhere else that verified it? Yeah, it's because look, if that's a real UFO and that pilot took a picture of it for evidence, took a video of it for evidence, if that's a UFO, don't you send in the cavalry? I don't understand. There has to be something extra if that was a real UFO. There has to be more to it than just somebody flying by getting 0.4 of a second of a video. There has to be. And you know why there isn't? Because it was a balloon. They probably got back to the barracks, whatever they do, looked at it, analyzed, and said, oh, it's a balloon. Well, didn't you know it was a balloon? You flew right by it. I'm going 500 miles an hour. What do you think I can see? Well, you are a trained observer. Hey, screw you, John. You know that conversation happened. Well, if that's a real UFO, wouldn't you? Hey, man, I'm lucky I got it on video for 0.4 of a second. Oh, you are the best pilot and observer we've ever had in the Navy. Shut up, John.
Crazy. I don't know if you ever heard of a guy named Trace Crowder. He is a fellow Tennessean who today put some thoughts on Twitter about
Trace
this.
evidence.
Take a listen.
You know, I'd like some answers. And now Congress is holding a hearing on the subject for the first time in 50 years. A lot of people are off. They're like, what are they doing talking about that with all the real problems we got in this country? And I hear you, but I don't know.
What are we doing talking about that? We got all these problems in the country. We've got shortage on baby food. We got gas prices going up. Inflation's through the roof. We got a border problem. And we're worried about UFOs? Are you kidding me? This is a distraction to the real problem that's happening all across the United States of New Mexico.
Exactly, because first of all, it ain't like Congress is going to fix any of those real problems. They generally don't do that sort of thing. It's sort of like being like, what are they doing wasting their time not doing about UFOs when they could be wasting it not doing
See, there's a reason why this guy couldn't be a doctor. You could tell, right? It's the oldest joke in the book. Can you imagine this guy? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to root around in the skull a little bit. It's the oldest joke. It's Jeff Foxworthy. Come on, where are you 25 years ago? That's why you don't see a lot of these guys under, surgeons. How you doing, ma'am? What we're going to do is today we've got ourselves we're going to get her done is what we're going to do. We're going to go in that skull there. We're going to crack her open like a walnut is what we're going to do. We'll put them back together, but we'll go in there and suck the cancer right out of that brain. Yeah, don't worry about it. Half his brain ain't working anyhow. Ma'am, we've got some huckleberry pie in the waiting room if you want to go get yourself a side. And we've got Cool Whip with it too and some sweet tea.
about insurrectionists and the housing crisis? Like, is that much of a difference, really?
Trace Crowder, a well-known comedian in Tennessee there. But Congressman, it brings up an important point. If Congress can't get answers on something this simple from the Pentagon, how can we expect that Congress really knows what's going on with the Pentagon at all?
Well, first of all, he's not that well known. I've never heard of him. And that's an argument that you always hear. I've heard that since I've been in the state legislature in Tennessee or in the mayor's office. Why are you dealing with this and all this other? Because that is the purview of that committee. That is what they deal with. The Intelligence Committee does not deal with roads. They don't deal with things like that. They deal with things in the intelligence community, and that's why they're dealing with that. It was within their purview, and that's what the committees do.
No, and I think we're glad that they are. The question is why aren't they getting any answers? Why is there this stonewalling? Because
federal government has a history of that, and the people that are there on the committee and the people testifying are patriotic Americans, but it's within their limited purview or scope of information that they have. When one of the Republicans, who's a former Marine officer, asked about a specific incident, he said, yeah,
there are doctors But I've never seen one in my whole life that acts like that, that talks that way. I tell you, if there are doctors that sound like that, I don't have the highest confidence that I'm coming out of there. I was supposed to get a heart surgery and, I wound up getting a vasectomy, something like that. I'm joking. Come on, if you can't take the jokes, get out of the kitchen. You know what I mean? That accent does not sound like an intelligent accent. I'm sorry, it doesn't. How you doing, ma'am? Yeah, Well, sure, we're getting to go down there right now. I don't even know the verbiage because I would never use that accent. I don't know, man. Yeah, and Tony Soprano, I saw in the chat room, sounds just as dumb, in my opinion. He is. He's a dumb guy in the mob. Smart, dumb guy. Look, hey, it goes around for all of us. You could pick and choose anybody. Any nationality, any dialect, and you can make fun of it. I just think this one doesn't sound. Now, if it was a British accent, you'd be like, "Oh, I want the Brit. The Brit is definitely going to do the surgery on me. He could be the worst surgeon on the planet. It just sounds good." Same thing, same principle. It's funny though, Stu. I'm glad. I had a feeling somebody was going to say something about that. That's good though. See, I told you I wasn't going to change that much. Who cares? The guy's a comedian. He can handle it. But Tim Burchett, that's about all I can handle. Somebody asked if there was, if I had seen Stephen Karn. Have I seen the new Tesla mobile phone and the house Elon Musk built? No, is the answer. I wish I did now, to be honest. I'm going to play another video. This is an astrophysicist's take on the UFO hearing. Some of these I just found. I haven't played. I'm just interested in them. I think some of these things we have to hear at least once before we can move forward in ufology. We need to know what these people are really saying and thinking and doing as best as we can. And that's why we're doing this. Hey, that's weird. Okay. I see what I did wrong. What? This one? Here we go.
Intelligence across the tactical, operational, and strategic spectrum.
The volume's always so low for me.
Life and UFOs here at Fox 13. So I'm just going to say, we're starting the week off with a...
Wait, what did she just do? I'm just going to say. Did you hear what she did?
We're starting the week off with a little bit more insight into UFO sightings after Congress held that, public hearing last week on the topic.
Yeah, joining us now, the astrophysicist.
No, I want to hear what she said.
But for us, it's about finding life and UFOs here at Fox 13. So I'm just going to say,
I'm just going to say, because it's UFOs. It's always the joke about the UFOs. Always the joke. Yeah, the joke is those nails. Yeah. Those nails don't look well done.
I'm gonna say we're starting the week off with a little bit more insight.
Nope, I like a little more color. No, their nails are fine. Shouldn't joke around like that. But this is the media. This is what they do. They have to give their 2 cents in on the topic they're going to talk about because they don't want you or I to think they're serious about this.
UFO sightings after Congress held that, public hearing last week on the topic.
Yeah, joining us now, the astrophysicist who joined us last week to talk about black holes. He was so fantastic.
Oh, she's a little snarky. Good. I don't like this girl.
This morning, he's here with his take on UFOs.
Yeah, so Dr. Joe Pesci, once again with the U.S. National Science Foundation.
Oh, it's Joe Pesci, huh? Now they're going to bring this gabagool in here, huh? They're going to bring this guy? He's going to talk about Joe Pesci? I bet this is funny. This ain't gonna be funny. He's a clown, this guy. You don't got nothing to say about UFOs. You understand? You don't talk about UFOs. You're Joe freaking Pesci.
Doctor, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So
what
I guess the big question is,
from
your professional perspective, is there life out there? And are they trying to get here?
Okay, so 2 parts to this. I would be very surprised if there is not life out there. And almost certainly there's going to be very simple life forms, single-celled things. I think that's everywhere. The question is there intelligent life out there? And I think the odds are a little bit less than the simple life, but I would be surprised if there aren't other intelligent.
Don't you think it's hysterical that we have eight or nine, whatever, planets, and we are basing life out of the trillions of stars, moons, planets, and everything else in the galaxy, the universe. We're basing it on a very simple solar system. Just because we can't find life on any of the 100 moons that are out there. I think Jupiter's got like 50 and Saturn's got like 65 or something like that. It's a lot. There's a lot of moons out there. Not that we've been on them all. We've just photographed them. But Titan is said to have some sort of frozen water all over it, right? Isn't it? Or is it Europa? I can't remember. Either one. Europa, Titan. I would like us to... Why we haven't sent any orbs there? What did I just say? Any orbs? What am I talking about? Don't listen to me. Why we haven't sent anything out there yet? What's the word? What is the word? Anyway, we haven't sent any craft over there. I don't know why. Don't you think it would be freaking amazing to drop something in the oceans that are, well, even if they're frozen, just have it pop on the top, let it melt? I don't know, man. But we should be going over there to the other places. Forget Moon, forget Mars, forget it. Let's go to the moons, see if we can find life. This guy's saying that the chances of intelligent life outside of our own solar system is very rare, and I almost believe that. But how can we say that without knowing? We haven't even been able to go outside of our own solar system. Yeah, I know Voyager just left. It's in interstellar space. But that thing's going to take 40,000 years to get to the next star, sun, whatever the frig.
Life forms around our galaxy and elsewhere. Okay, so you have me on record saying that. I'd be very surprised if that weren't the case. Okay. Simple life everywhere, maybe less everywhere intelligent life. Now, have they visited us? And I think that's a bigger question, a more difficult question. And I would, in my thoughts, I would say that probably has not been the case. And why do I say this? I say this because, number one, distances between stars are enormous. And it's very difficult to travel and communicate, right? Certainly we can't. Now, we're just starting out technologically, and I'm not arrogant enough to think that, there aren't many more advanced intelligent life forms out there. But the distances are great, and the laws of physics are working against us. In addition, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, right? So why us, even if aliens could travel those large distances? Now, we don't know everything about the laws of physics, and our understanding changes, and we learn new things as we move forward. And so, maybe there is something within the laws of physics that will allow interstellar travel. I'm skeptical about that, though.
That's fascinating, isn't it? So I don't know if you got a chance to watch some of the hearings, and we just showed some of the video on the screen there from the U.S. Department of Defense, some aircraft that is unexplained, and they talked about that, and then they went behind closed doors and talked a little bit more. But did you get a chance to see that? What's your take on all of that?
So I'm not an expert on imagery or these sorts of things, but what I would say is that they're calling these unidentified aerial phenomena now is the new UFO, and I certainly think that many of them may have more mundane explanations, lens effects, something that's being misunderstood or mistaken.
So it's obvious this astrophysicist guy isn't going to believe that aliens are here or have visited us. But I don't know if they ask him about, so what about the abductions? oh, that's just, mass hallucinations. People are dreaming and they all see the same thing. It's just the way the brain fires and analyzes faces and everything else. And it puts together, when you're scared, your adrenaline will change the shape of a face of an animal, make it Bigfoot. It'll make it an alien. It'll make it a Mothman. Right? Isn't that the theme? That's it. Because you're under a lot of stress. So your brain, it's trying to make sense of it while you're asleep, maybe, when you're abducted or having these dreams. Or it's just weird. And besides, a lot of people didn't start talking about the Greys until after, when? Betty and Barney Hill? No, it was after that. Who was the first person to talk about the Greys? I forget that person's name. Was it Betty and Barney? Somebody after that. Man, I know it really took off with Travis Walton, his story. And then in the 80s, Communion came out. Whitley Strieber. And everybody just assumed that's what the aliens looked like. And I don't know if that was put into culture worldwide. But when you look at the children at the school, apparently that's being debunked now. I don't know, man. I don't see how kids would come up with the idea that aliens walked up to me, talked to me without moving their lips. I heard them in my head. There was 2 of them, right? 2 students? I don't know. Well, whatever it is, there is a phenomenon. And, it's typical of an astrophysicist to say that, they have an excuse for everything. Just like we have an excuse. And we can make it, and we can turn this our direction and say, look, the aliens could have been here for a million years. They could have been here. Maybe they can't live on top of the earth. Maybe they have to live under it. Or maybe that's why their eyes are so big. Because the bright lights of being on top on the earth really hurt. I don't know. All I know is you can't deny millions of people having abduction stories. You just can't deny it. And many of you, including myself, have seen things that just don't make sense. That just don't follow the mainstream media, astrophysicist, scientist type of guys' thought process. That's why they won't talk to us. That's why nobody from the public was able to speak at the UFO hearings. And I don't think the public will ever speak at a UFO congressional hearing. I'm going to say this, not in my lifetime. Maybe if I'm 75, maybe in 20 years. It's just, So Dorothy found the Talk TV with Howard Hughes. I guess that is it. With Tim Burchett. And I am not sure if this is a entire 2 hours. But I'm going to pull it up here and I want to see. What's this? Oh, Wilka with Canadian $2. Will the Crop Circle song show up? It might. You never know. It might. I don't know. There's always a good time for it, though. But let me play this video first, and then we'll get to more of what's going on in the world. Thank you, Wilka. Appreciate that. Mucho gusto, generoso. Nah. Come on, everybody. What are they?
What are they?
Sing along.
Why are they? What do they mean? What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? What do they mean? the fields.
All right, there you go. Will Carnundrum. You can see Carnundrum on TikTok. I don't know if there's anything new, is there? All right, let's see. Tim Birch. Where is it? Let's see what good old Birch talked about. The Unexplained with Howard Hughes. I thought he died. Oh, this friggin' camera. I swear. No, no anger. Shh, be kind. All right, let's take a look.
He had one at his desk. I have no idea what it did.
On the front line for the first sponsors.
So I see what's going on.
With the man who found a book about aliens from the 1600s. I think at least we'll be doing the story tonight. With Howard Hughes. After some bombshell remarks made by a filmmaker, UFO investigator, and our good friend on this show, Jeremy Corbell. Let's hear what...
Remember when he called him Corbell? He called him Corbell. This is the guy who called him Corbell.
He had to say last week.
Yeah, I have seen the logs. I have seen the video.
Crazy eyes,
We
Corbell.
have attempted shoot downs of UAPs on a regular basis. We're talking...
Wait. There's been attempted shoot downs of UFOs? Anybody? Yeah, I know I'm blurry. All right. I got it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope. You got to do both hands. It's the only way it works. See? It's got to catch it all. See? Yeah, there you go. I know, I think I'm going to shave it off. Maybe I'll try to get like Corbell. He just said there's been many, many accounts of shoot downs. Really? Anybody? Anybody?
Corbell. Let's hear what he had to say last week.
Yeah, I have seen the logs. I have seen the videos. We have attempted shoot downs of UAPs on a regular basis.
He has seen the logs? He's seen it, he said, that there's been attempted shoot downs.
I have seen the logs. I have seen the videos.
He's seen the logs and the videos of these attempted shoot downs. Can you believe Jeremy Corbell is getting top secret video clearance? Does anybody else believe this bullshittery? This is the guy who I could talk shit on. He's not a regular dude. He puts himself out there. I am going to say this every time Jeremy Corbell is brought up. He is disinfo. He's worse than Lou Elizondo. Yeah, but I think they're working together, but not at the same time, if you understand what that means. Like, it's compartmentalized. So Lou's getting his misinfo, disinfo information. Jeremy Corbell's getting his disinfo information, is what I meant to say. So they're all getting it, and they're all creating this narrative that just isn't real. Why would anybody on the planet give Jeremy Corbell top secret UFO video evidence and the logs? He just announced it, that UFOs are being shot on. Has anybody seen those videos? Anybody? I haven't. I haven't seen them. I know, I put my hand up and that was the wrong. Who has seen the video? Oh, I haven't. Yeah. All right. There he is. Crazy eyes, Jesus hands. Corbell talking shit. He has seen the data. He's seen the video evidence, guys. Jeremy Corbell has seen more than anybody in the field.
Corbell. Let's hear what he had to say last week.
Ugh.
Yeah, I have seen the logs. I have seen the videos.
Liar.
We have attempted shoot downs of UAPs on a regular basis. We're talking as recently as last Friday.
Attempted shoot downs as recently.
Attempted shoot downs. Even the guy is saying it. Attempted shoot downs. Is this guy out of his Vulcan mind?
This is important. As last Friday.
Even he's like, last Friday? Are you kidding me? This was 2 weeks ago. But are you kidding me? The guy's even sitting there going, he just said that. He just said that. You know that's what he's saying. He just can't rewind it and play it over and over like I can.
Correct. And it happens on a weekly, if not daily basis.
Yeah, the UFOs are being shot at every day almost. Come on, Corbell. There's no threat. We're shooting down hapless, defenseless UAPs? Is that what you're telling me? They would have to make contact and attack us, I think, right? We wouldn't just shoot at something we can't verify. We would do that? Maybe that's why Burchett says we have... We'll see. Well, let's see. We have crash retrieval. They're not crashed. They were shot down. Jeremy Corbell saw it. And it's happening every day. You can tell this is a disinfo. That's not true. They're trying to create a threat. They're trying to keep that threat active. Where the threat, you schmohawk? Where the threat? Not these UFOs, UAPs, whatever you want to call them.
So you have to understand, we are protecting ground troops. So in certain areas of the...
See, and anytime somebody goes, anytime they try to accelerate their speech like that, they're about to tell you more bullshit. They're trying to get you excited. Like a little dog. You want to go out? Oh, I want to go out. You want to go out? Yeah, I want to go out.
World. So certain things that come in proximity to those ground troops, it is just
They're treated as hostile. Do we, because time is limited, do they fire back? Have they ever fired back?
No answer. He just got caught in his bullshit. He just got caught in his own lie, his own bullshit disinfo script. Just got the monkey wrench thrown. Look, did you see him? He's like, so did the UFOs fire back? I don't know how to answer that. How do I answer that? I wish there was somebody in my ear. That is hysterical. Look at this reaction. Oh, this is classic. I am stealing this for my documentary on Jeremy Corbell.
Troops, it is just
They're treated as hostile. Do we, because time is limited, do they fire back? Have they ever fired back?
Abadi, I don't know.
That's we'll talk about. I'm going to pass on that question at this moment.
You suck-ass lying crap dog pony soldier.
But no, there's no aggressive.
That means yes, doesn't it?
What?
That means yes, doesn't it?
Jeremy Corbell. Huh? That means yes, doesn't it? What? Huh? You know when people try to buy time? Ugh, this guy's toilet water. You are toilet water.
No, I will say that there's no overt aggressive action that seems to be taken.
I want to watch that whole sequence again.
That means yes, doesn't it?
What?
That means yes, doesn't it?
Correct. And it happens on a weekly, if not daily basis. So you have to understand, we are protecting ground troops. So in certain areas of the world. So certain...
He says we're protecting ground troops in certain places in the world. So we're protecting the ground troops by shooting at UFOs that don't fire upon us? Boy, this guy's just spinning yarn, isn't he? This is great. He's definitely high. He's high AF. I don't know if he's high. He's high on something. That's what I think. That's my opinion. Nobody talks like this that's sober. No, how can he just look into the camera and lie like that? Well, that's Corbell. That's what he does. Yeah.
Things that come in proximity to those ground troops, it is just
They're treated as hostile. Do we, because time is limited, do they fire back? Have they ever fired back?
2, 3, 4.
That's
4.5 seconds before he starts speaking when the guy first asked him. 4.5 seconds. Yeah, open up and say, I'm an asshole.
I'm going to pass on that question at this moment. But no, there's no aggressive
That means yes, doesn't it?
What?
That means yes, doesn't it?
No, I will say that there's no overt aggressive action that seems to be taken towards us. It seems more of an observational and also another type of program.
So they're just observing us, right? So look, let me get this straight, Corbell. So these UAPs are in restricted airspace. Got it. That's the threat. They tried making unidentified object. Can you please? No, nothing. Unidentified white tic-tac object. Could you please respond, please? Unidentified object that looks like a tic-tac. If you don't respond, we will fire upon you because, why we gotta fire on him again, Chief? Because you're observing us. Okay, we warned you. Stop looking at us. Don't look at us. Ma! The tic-tacs are looking at me. Stop looking at me. No, I hate him. He keeps staring at me. Stop looking at... He's observing. Stop observing me. All right, that's it. There you go. Way to go, Corbell. Way to lie. They're not. They're not firing upon us. They've never shown any hostile activity, but they're observing us, and we've got ground troops observing us, observing them, observing us. We just kill everything. Yeah, we just shoot anything that doesn't respond. Oh, that's why we took out a whole flock of geese last week over the Catalinas, because they didn't respond. They were just flying by in restricted airspace, and we took them out. We had no choice. I'm not saying they were UAPs. They were ducks. But in restricted airspace, they pose no threat. I'm sure they were just observing us. Well, we had to kill every duck. Idiot. What a schmuck. Look at this guy's face. Right there, that's a lion sack of shh. Don't say it. I hate this guy. Really. No. I'm saying that with pure love.
Screams as we come into the last seconds of this, Jeremy, and thank you for helping me tonight again. It screams all over it that this is not some power on Earth. This is some power that wants to demonstrate it has a technology, is not going to... If it was going to engage us, it would have engaged us by now. Well, I mean, that was the point, wasn't it? From Jeremy Corbell last week, and it was the point that I was determined to amplify because I realized that he was telling us here on this show live first that he had seen evidence on video that U.S. military forces had fired on UFOs and UAPs. Now, there's been something else happening. The reason that we've done so much UFO-type news this last couple of weeks on this show is just simply because it's breaking all around our ears all the time. There's been a big news conference this weekend. You might have missed it. It may not get covered by the papers at all. It might get covered in the papers during the week, but we're telling you about it here now. It happened in Utah. There were some of the great luminaries, there's that word again, of the UFO and UAP field there. People like our friend Avi Loeb, the professor from Harvard, Jaime Maussan, who's been an investigator for years, and many others, all at this event in Utah, USA, and they were discussing partly and analyzing some brand new apparent UFO and UAP footage that was taken from a helicopter.
It's 420 somewhere.
Helicopter. This is that footage.
281 lane 4, request west slopes.
Let's see what he says about this.
Hunter 281, taxiing north to Tower 2 west slopes, 1 count. 281.
Now, the action that you should have been looking for, and I know that it wasn't the easiest thing to see, was towards the top of the frame. We'll bring you that, for reasons that I will explain, we'll bring you that footage miles northwest of Tucson, Arizona. U.S. Congressman Tim Burchett. Apologize for the casual way I'm dressed, but at least I'm
here we go.
Looks like a formal T-shirt to me, Howard. You look good.
Well, it's about as formal as I get.
Burchett's on for...
Now, look, you described these hearings that we talked about in detail last week as a joke. You also said, certainly reportedly said, that the UFO cover-up that a lot of people have been talking about for decades now continues. What did you mean by that?
Well, I think what I said was we got hosed after the meeting. I was the only congressman that showed up outside the members of the committee. And
unbelievable.
The whole thing top to bottom. You know, I suspect that the people they had testifying were very patriotic Americans. I have no reason to not doubt that. And that from their little sphere of influence is what they talked about. Yet when they were showing a video, they showed a video, it was a speck on a screen, and Adam Schiff, who I don't agree with on anything, we're very cordial, we're actually friends, opposite side of the aisle, asked a very pointed question. He said, what exactly am I looking at here? Because it was just a speck, and we have the most advanced technology in the world. There's no question. The United States of America is very advanced in that, but they couldn't stop a 30-second film to show one screen of this speck flying by.
And not only that, guys, gals, people listening worldwide, we have the most sophisticated cameras on the planet, probably, I would think so. And the pilot, used an iPhone. That is the extent of the technology that they're using, I guess. It's the iPhone.
There was a glare it was a canopy, and a fella had a cell phone, a pilot. And he was filming something as he was flying by. Now, we've got the so-called Tic Tac videos that have been on 60 Minutes, not TikTok, which is all the young people call me, say, "Hey, boomer, it's TikTok." I say, "No, it's TikTok."
We have so much in common. I think we do. Too.
Yes, sir. So, I have a 14-year-old daughter, but that's the video they should have shown, and they didn't have any of the pilots that were there. We had a pilot that was in the audience. Actually, somebody had snuck him in, I think, with press credentials, and he was on the USS Roosevelt during that incident. Why not bring those people in and expose that whole situation? Why not?
Well, that's a very good point.
Well, maybe they will in the future. I mean, I know they snuck him in. If they snuck in this pilot or pilots, well, he said pilot, the only one, that means he wasn't on the docket, for the lack of a better term, to be speaking at this Congress hearing. So, Tim Burchett's on our side. I can see it. I don't see him straddling both sides of this. I think he's like the rest of us. He sees through the bullshit, and kind of, I'm tipping my hat to the guy. I mean, this is unbelievable. He's always been on the side of what makes sense, in my opinion, in this field anyway. Politics aside, I like what he's saying.
And it occurred to me too while I was watching this. It looked to me, I mean, it was wonderful to have these people talking about it. We can all agree on that. But it seemed to me to be a bit of a missed opportunity. There may well be some more hearings coming up, we're told. What sorts of people would you like to see at those hearings, and what do you think, from what you know, will be said if those people get on?
Yes, sir. Luis Elizondo, somebody like that.
Luis Elizondo? Who's that? Is that the discounted Lou Elizondo? Lou Elizondo. Well, I think I need to take back what I said about Tim. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about if he can't get Lou Elizondo's name right.
What sorts of people would you like to see at those hearings, and what do you think, from what you know, will be said if those people get called?
Yes, sir. Luis Elizondo, somebody like that, somebody with some credentials in the community and give them.
Oh, wow. All right, I'm going to play it out.
The permission to speak about what they know. Stop with all the, I can only tell you that in a closed briefing or in the skiff in a secret environment. Stop with all that. The American public is ready for this. What have they got to hide? I think it's, I got a theory about that. We can go into that. But I just think that I think the arrogance that we exhibit sometimes in government, it kind of surpasses all my reasoning that I can come up with, because there's no reason not to.
Tim, if I may call you, I've been calling you Tim.
Please, that's what they call me.
Okay, well, if we may, I'd like to take this across our commercial break that's coming soon, because we got to you quite late, and there's a lot more to talk about, so I'd like to just kind of extend this a little. But like I said, missed opportunity, just in a few seconds. You must have been I won't say annoyed, but peeved that they didn't seem, although they were all well-meaning and they were talking about the stuff, they just didn't get to the point.
I was ticked off. You're absolutely right. It was, somebody said, I guess you were vindicated. And I said,
I'm a little confused. What did he expect to happen? That we were going to show real evidence? That they were going to admit, again, that UFOs are real? I'm not sure. We know UFOs are real. They've admitted that UFOs are real. But it doesn't mean alien. I don't know what he's expecting.
Said, what do you mean? I said, well, you said they weren't going to do anything and it would be a diversion. And in my opinion, a lot of it was. I was correct in that. It was a diversion. We were not told what they could have told us and what a lot of people in the audience or that were watching it at home. I was getting texts from people.
What could they have told us? What? I don't understand what people want to hear. Well,
that were saying, hey, I didn't know you were involved in this issue. This is a cover-up. I mean, these are people that are qualified people. I've talked to former pilots, some of the best
like
in the
Lou
world
Elizondo
have told me, in fact, that this went down.
All right, let's pick up on that in just a few minutes. We've got to take some commercials here at Talk TV in the United Kingdom.
Where's the crash
and indeed around the world.
stuff?
Just in one word, though, Tim, just before we go to those commercials, from what you said then, that stance on it all, the way for that a podcast which is still ongoing. Tim, let me ask you this. I think we have to be very clear about this because for a lot of people in the United Kingdom, this is something that happens a long way away in the United States, and they don't think that it affects them. In fact, it does. It will affect all of us if truths that some of us believe have to come out do come out. All of this has got you concerned. It got you annoyed when those hearings happened. So I have to ask the reason behind that. In other words, can you give me some clue as to what it is you are being told and by whom about this whole matter?
I think it's very layered. It's been going on for so long, and I think it's worldwide. I don't I could say the cover up is I believe, in my opinion, they've recovered something from somewhere, and to think that as you walk out at night and look at God's vast heaven and see a starlight, and the light from that star left there before the time of Christ. I mean, that is the vastness of this universe, of God's creation. And I think that it's got to be a foreign entity. And we know if it was China, they would own us. If it was Russia, I've said this before, Putin.
No. Why? Why would they say that they own it? If it was China, they wouldn't say a damn thing. I used to say it all the time. I think it's either China or Russia, and Russia probably not, so most likely it was China's Tic Tacs. Being that they had the hypersonic missile that was able to go around the world in 60 minutes? But they didn't have it in 2004 when these supposed Tic Tacs were going all around the Nimitz, and then in 2019... I think it was the Russell, and then you had the Theodore Roosevelt or something. There was just so many. And the Kearsarge, right? There are so many incidences of these lights, these UAPs around our warships, around our military, our F-18s and F-16s, and our pilots seeing them, and just countless reports. There's definitely high-definition video somewhere. You can't tell me when Ryan Graves said, for 2 years, we saw them almost every day. And the guy goes, every day? And he goes, yeah. Or actually, he goes, every day? And he goes, Shah. That's what Ryan Graves did. So he's about to say, I think what I tuned in here for was the crash retrieval comment. But he just said it. I want to hear where he continues on, because to say that we have something is, I think, a possibility. Is it likely? Yeah, if they're really UFOs. Because we still don't know about Roswell. No matter what you saw in the documentary where they did the voice analytics with the AI truth detector, that AI truth detector only is good for vocals. It doesn't give you the visual. It doesn't analyze micro expressions and body language and things like that. So that is the most well-known case where supposed alien bodies were retrieved, and there was possibly one that was still alive, two, I think, and then one of them died right away after they captured it, and then after that, I think one lived on for a little while. But I'm not so sure because we don't have any frickin' proof. It's all speculation. A lot of people saying a lot of nice things, but there's still no proof. We have a lot of people saying a lot of good things to make us think that there are UFOs. And still no proof. I don't even know if what I captured are UFOs, but they sure as hell acted like it. So, I believe there's UFOs. I believe we do have something in our basement underneath the United States somewhere. Who knows? Maybe they brought it to the moon at this point, or Antarctica. But let's finish off with Bernie Muro with the $2. Excuse me, that's a super dono. No emoji, no comment, just pure love for supporting GoofOn. And you are a continuing supporter of GoofOn. Thank you for your generosity again. And also I want to thank, with a $25 PayPal support from Donna, thank you. I can't believe I looked down and there it was. That's amazing. I love when they go to PayPal. Thank you very much. Like you wouldn't believe. Mucho gusto, generoso to you, Donna. You are a continuing supporter as well, of course. And then Deathproof Bum 01 with £5. Corbell and a new game, perhaps? I'm sorry, Corbell and a new name, perhaps. Corbell End. Oh, he's a bell end. Yeah, he is a bell end. Corbell End. All right, I'll try to use it here and there when it's appropriate. I like saying Corbell because it's so disrespectful, but Corbell End. Yeah, that'll be used here and there. That's kind of not in my vernacular, I think. Is that the right way to say it? I usually don't say bell end because that's a European term, British term, right? UK? You guys say that over there. Well, thank you for your support as well, everybody. Mucho gusto, generoso. And let's get back to Burchett. He just said that he thinks that we have some of these in our warehouses.
He's such an egomaniac. He would land a UFO on the White House lawn, get out bare-chested, probably ride a entity. And we know if it was China, they would own us. If it was Russia, I've said this before, Putin, he's such an egomaniac. He would land a UFO on the White House lawn, get out bare-chested, probably ride a unicorn across the lawn and wrestle Joe Biden, get in it and head back to Mother Russia. I mean,
in other words, as I was trying to say to Jeremy Corbell last week, that if somebody here on Earth, some power here on Earth, had control of this technology that's so superior, then they would have demonstrated it in a different way. They would not be playing fast and loose with us. It wouldn't be like this. So the only other conclusions that we can come to is that there is a power beyond, what we can see here in control of this, or something else is happening.
I think it's a hybrid of that. I think it's something that we've recovered at some point, be it Roswell or something. I don't know what happened at Roswell. That's again happened. Something that has happened that we have some sort of corporate entity that controls it in collaboration with some people in our government at somewhere in that have control of this, because you got to realize a lot of these occurrences happen over restricted areas. The Tic Tac videos, the USS Roosevelt, these other things, and they're not happening over a trailer park.
No, indeed. That was in an area where there was.
See what I mean? Why did he have to say that? It's not happening over a trailer park in Indiana. So what Tim Burchett's saying is that you and I aren't credible enough that if it did come over our place of wherever we live, whether that be in a trailer park or mobile home or a mansion, we're not qualified. I don't like that statement right there. He needs to hear that was bad.
Were naval exercises. I mean, look,
Yes, sir.
We're getting to the point here that I think is important, and it's a point that's come out a number of times over the years on this show and many other shows that do this kind of thing too. If we saw those hearings as honest hearings, and those people there were honestly debating this issue that needs to be debated because the time has apparently come for it, then there are two forces at work then, aren't there? If what you've just said is true, then there is the government and those honest people having that honest debate on May the 17th. And then there is another entity that may have recovered material from, don't forget that Roswell, as we all know, 75 years ago this summer. Something may have been recovered then, perhaps in subsequent crashes or encounters, and is now being deployed by somebody on this Earth, but perhaps in collaboration with something else beyond this Earth, but whatever it is, there's somebody behind the government who knows the truth about this.
Yes, sir. I believe it's, put it a little more succinctly, I guess, I think it's a recovered craft at some point. I think we've recovered something. And
we're trying it out. We're testing.
Right. You remember Robert Oppenheimer, right? The father of the atomic bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Oak Ridge National Laboratory is in my backyard. I don't represent Oak Ridge, but it backs up to Knox County, and they've got great pizza over there. If you ever go to a place called Big Ed's Pizza, but that's beside the point. But but over 6,000 people there work there that live in my legislative district, the 2nd Congressional District, and when the way I run for office, there's no way in the world that Tim Burchett's the world get elected, but I knock on doors. I knock on thousands and thousands of doors and talk to people. And I can remember when I was in the state legislature, my daddy fought in the Second World War. My mama lost a brother fighting the Nazis. She actually flew an airplane in the war, and Dad fought the Japanese in the Pacific. But I'd always talk to these folks about what they did during the war. And I remember this one fellow said, well, I wasn't in the war. I worked at Oak Ridge. And I said, dude.
All right. That's enough. Oh, he still goes on. Oh, I only thought this was a 5-minute interview. Then he talks to somebody else. This is interesting. All right, we heard Tim Burchett. I don't think there's anything else.
And that's astonishing. That really is astonishing, because we have come to associate this mainly with naval sightings, the Tic Tac UFOs, the Nimitz, the Princeton. To say that other armored, he is saying that this entire issue is
North of Tower 2 West Slopes 1.
So I don't know whether you heard anything that Tim Burchett, Congressman, said. He is saying that this entire issue is reaching kind of critical mass. What do you think?
I think that's where we're at, especially here in the States. And I think part of what we reported on is a big step in that direction, Howard. The Air Force gave up on this back in 1969. And then the Navy kind of stepped up since they became public in 2017. What the debrief is reporting is the Department of Homeland Security, the Customs and Border Patrol, and the National Guard are all seeing UAP as well.
And that's astonishing. That really is astonishing, because we have come to associate this mainly with naval sightings, the Tic Tac UFOs, the Nimitz, the Princeton. To say that other armatures of the American government, and look, the U.S. Border Force is very heavily resourced. They have aerial resources and resources like a military force. So if those things were out there, it's quite natural that they would report it. So just to put the P in the pod, as they say here, you are saying that virtually every...
Is this guy excited? Congressman said. This guy's got Corbell eyes, right?
Every militarized or uniformed service has...
Oh, wait, I thought he just called him... This is Christopher Plain? I thought I was wrong. I thought he said it was Congressman said or something. Didn't he say that earlier? Wow, how embarrassing. Yeah, I guess I didn't recognize him. Christopher Plain. The head writer of the debrief. Yeah, wow. Boy, I was way off. It just goes to show you, I hate the deflate. Once I see something from somebody there, I'm like dismissing it, and you know, I read all the articles there, and I just think that they're glorifying things that they shouldn't. And let's not forget, the Deflate, they're the ones that brought the Batman balloon to the forefront. Remember that whole entire bullshit story that happened? And then Tim McShillen, who owns the Deflate, he said that they switched the picture. He said that wasn't supposed to be it, and all this other stuff. And it turns out it most likely is a Batman balloon. And people are calling it the Batman balloon because you can put anything on that balloon that you want. You could put a clown's face on it. It's just that's what it looked like it was at the time. So when you can go buy something, it had a picture of Batman on it. They just called it the Batman balloon. It's a balloon. And Tim McShillen did that the day after he opened up the debrief, and they went public. They went public when they published that website, the debrief, which I call the Deflate. So the day after the debrief went live and was now in public view, that's when that story and that picture, it was all to pump up. That's what I'm telling you. Everything is self-gratifying. It's all for their egos. It's all for them. It's all about making money. It's all about getting clicks, views, and subscribers for them. It really is a shame that this is what we have to deal with. And anytime, look, we just saw it happen with New York UAP discussion this weekend at the symposium in Utah. That was all self-gratification for Andy. It had nothing to do with the reality of the UFO phenomena. He could care less. And last year, I think Andy shouldn't be allowed to be in ufology. I think people should boycott that guy from here on out. What he did is a disgrace. Those videos are a disgrace, telling us that you had the best people looking at them, people that scientists and other people looked at this and it turns out to be birds? You mean they didn't stabilize the video? They didn't zoom in? They didn't even look at it. You had nobody looking at those videos. What they did, they looked at it, and they don't have UFO experience or video expertise. These are people that work in a lab or, in experiments and shit. They're not out there with videos and UFOs. They shouldn't be. This is the problem I have when people say, oh, I had an astrophysicist look at this. So freaking what? There's a physicist that I know, and I'm not going to say any names, but the guy gets it wrong more times than he gets it right. Yeah. But he's a physicist, so in his eyes, he's not wrong. But after explaining why he's wrong, then he goes, oh, wow, I just learned something today. Yeah. Just like all the other physicists out there. We're going to have physicists, scientists, and all other cysts looking through a telescope, and we're going to have them looking at all this video. So what? That's not who you have to analyze your shit. The only reason you would need a physicist to look at UFO video is to determine speed? I mean, I could do that. Why? Why do you need a physicist? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Why? Because, if that's anti-gravitics, no gravity, I would be able to tell the difference. I could tell you that. Hey, it's floating. Wow, anti-gravity. Where's my degree? I don't see the purpose. It's not, look, everybody thinks it's really important to say, oh, I had a physicist look at my video and he said. Have a ufologist look at your shit. Have somebody like me look at it. No, don't, because then you'll get the right answer and you won't be happy. And then you'll go back to the physicist, and because the physicist doesn't want to hurt your feelings, they will tell you, you got something there. I don't understand how this goes like this and like this. Oh, it's a bird. I can't believe I screwed that up. It's a bird. I made that mistake too because I didn't know. I've never seen a video like that before. If you don't see it, how do you know? And you think a physicist, a scientist is looking at UFO videos on the daily? You think they go to third phase of moon? You think they go to any of the channels out there, the hidden underbelly 2.0? You think they're looking at those UFOs and analyzing them? No. They're looking at UFO videos that were given to them to look at by people who have an agenda to make themselves look bigger than the field. They just want the fame, the glory, and then they want a future talking about these videos. And these videos are shit. Andy should be embarrassed to even be in this field talking the way he does. He has no right to have that ego that he brings to the field. He has no right to talk to us that way. The guy's only been here for a year, and he gave us balloons, and now he's giving us birds. Where does it end with this guy? It ends today. Do not have this guy on your show unless you're fucking sticking it to him about the shit videos he just gave us. And then the other videos have been out for years, if not decades. It makes me very angry. Very, 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 very angry. This comes from Fox 7 News. This is a UFO sighting. Let's take a look and see how they talked about this UFO sighting. I haven't even watched this yet. I think somebody sent this to me. No, I found this one. That's right. I just want to see. Let's take a look. Let's see how Fox 7 News in Hayes County, Austin, Texas.
In the night sky.
It's an orange light again.
An orange light glowing brightly and moving quickly from the southwest headed northeast.
That's moving quickly?
Whatever that was captured in this video by Kyle resident Sal Sanchez.
And I was recording it the whole time, just thinking, what is this thing?
This was taken late last month, but it's not the first or only time he's seen it. The first time was in January.
It looks like a fireball, but with no noise.
Interesting.
Though he doesn't have it on video, he says this Sunday night was the most dramatic.
Lights show like you wouldn't believe. I mean, you'd have to have been here to see it. One right after another.
Sanchez says from what he's seen and heard or not heard, there's no way it's a drone.
So many videos that are out there that depict the same thing that I've been seeing.
We decided to reach out to UFO Jane.
I've been doing this for over 10 years. I've seen a lot.
Are you kidding me? I mean, what are the odds? UFO Jane. Amazing. Amazing. I'm not even going to say it.
A Texas ufologist who started documenting UFO sightings across the state online.
This video intrigued me. I first thought, well, maybe this is a Chinese lantern, but it is definitely not. It doesn't. The video's for over a minute.
It is a Chinese lantern. It looks just like it.
The light is solid the whole time.
Do you see the bottom part of it? It's waving back and forth. That's a gondola.
She says she can't rule out a drone, but she also...
That's a Chinese lantern, by the way. And you can see the gondola waving that's on fire. You know, it's not on fire, but that's lighting up. And you can see here the actual, I guess what you would call where it heats up and blows up so it could float. You can definitely see this wobbling. And I'm not saying because the camera is moving it's causing that. You can actually see it.
So can't say for certain that it is.
I can say that people have seen
that's
objects
wobbling.
like
That
this.
is a Chinese lantern. And the way this guy described it, as he said, as you saw him say, you know, they were doing this, like shooting off. Of course he didn't get it on camera because even he probably knew that was Chinese lanterns. See, this is what I'm talking about. These people, when they know what they're videotaping, they're not going to say they videotaped it. They won't show us the actual, what we need to see. This could just be them testing out how to make the Chinese lanterns, and that maybe there's a school up the street and maybe they're doing little test runs a day or two before they launch the string that he saw on Sunday or something. Who knows?
Before 2006.
Which is when drones were first allowed to fly in civilian airspace.
And you can see that is not moving fast as the woman in the news is broadcasting. That thing is moving up at a very slow pace, a slow pace, the ascent of a Chinese lantern.
So for now, it's a mystery in more ways than one.
If it is
UFO Jane dropped the ball.
something that
See, that's why you can't have people like her on the news. Can't. She believes too much. She didn't even know that the thing was wobbling back and forth. I saw that before it even zoomed in. I thought it might have been a camera anomaly, but it wasn't. The thing is actually wobbling back and forth. Didn't take long. Look, I don't dislike UFO Jane. I think she's fine. But she doesn't have enough experience, in my opinion. Sorry. Sorry, UFO Jane. But that is a Chinese lantern. All right, one of the most hated men in this field, not just by me, by many, talks about the hearings. I know, I spent a lot of time on that other one. This is from Kennedy on Fox. I couldn't believe that he actually went on this channel. But this guy will sell his soul to the devil. He will sell his grandmother's soul to the devil. This is one of the most evil people, in my opinion, that I've ever met in ufology. Yes, that is, what's his name?
Welcome to the show.
What's his name?
Studies found evidence of alien technology. Here with me now is unidentified aerial phenomenon researcher and board member for the Scientific Coalition for UAP Studies, Alejandro Rojas.
I'm so embarrassed for ufology on every level that this guy is on the board of that. What is it? What did she say? Scientific ufology?
For UAP Studies, Alejandro Rojas joins me. Welcome to the show.
Hold on.
Researcher and board member for the Scientific Coalition for UAP Studies.
Board member for the Scientific Coalition of what? UAP Studies?
For UAP Studies, Alejandro Rojas joins me.
This guy is the biggest buffoon I have ever met. And I will tell you, I heard him say some racist shit that he doesn't like white people. Yeah, this is an asshole. And I can say that because I heard it. So I'm not lying. I'm not making it up. That guy said it after he met me. And I turned around and I said, What did you say? You hate white people? And his girlfriend's pulling him away. Yeah, asshole face right here. You look like a basset hound that turned into a... Don't disrespect me by looking like a basset hound.
Welcome to the show. Number one. Number two,
Sorry,
what are you
I'm
hoping
still
to
me.
see in these congressional hearings?
Well, the most boring part about it is going to be probably fairly wonky. You know, it's going to be the senators asking, you know, what's the holdup on getting all of this rolling, getting these investigations rolling, and then kind of saying, hey, not good enough, get something going. So that part might be kind of boring and not revelatory, but it's...
So that part might be kind of revelatory. I can't. I just can't watch him. I can't. I just had to put my 2 cents in how much he's an ass. I got a video sent to me on Twitter. This just came in from most people in this community are full of shh. But it comes from the Hidden Underbelly 2.0. And I'm going to play it. And I do have permission to play all of... Hidden Underbelly stuff. So here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. Go.
Okay guys, we have got a real quick clip of this fast moving UFO that was caught on camera. So guys, we're going to take a look at the footage and it comes with no audio and then we'll have a real quick chat afterwards.
Where is it? It's up here. Whoops. It's going to be up here, I think.
So guys, this is what I know about this clip. This was filmed on the 13th of May, 2022. Now, in the clip, this was filmed in slow motion because he was trying to film
it's right
the rain.
here.
And he just wanted to get a cool footage of the rain. And in the background, we can see this fast moving object. Now, you got to remember, this is being filmed in slow motion. So this object would have just gone straight past you. The naked eye, I believe this thing is traveling so fast that the naked eye would not.
And that's in front of the tree. That is in front of this tree, it looks like, right?
Not register it. So what could this be? Can this be flying faster than a bird? I think it is. I don't think this is a bird. And I really don't believe that we have any craft out there that can fly this fast. And especially look how it was banking as well. So guys, what do you think this could be? Until next time.
Oh, it's a bird. It's a bird. It's flapping wings. I saw the flapping wings. That's a bird. There's the wing right there. It's a bird. Watch this again. Oh, that was... I'll even slow it down a little more. Just a little bit. Watch. You can see the wings flapping.
Until next time.
Yeah.
This could be.
Watch.
Until
flap,
next
flap,
time.
flap, flap. Oh, man. Watch it again. I'm pretty sure it is. Watch.
Until next time.
Yeah, I'm afraid that is a bird.
Until next time.
I see flapping. I see wings flapping.
As well.
From here.
So,
yeah,
guys,
right there. You can see the wings flapping.
What do you think this could be? Until next
Yeah, I see
time.
wings flapping. Look, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just telling you what I see.
What do you think this could be?
Now I'm going to put it on regular speed
Until
again.
next time. Stay blessed.
Believe it or not, it was easier to see on regular speed. Watch.
This could be. Until next time.
Oh, yeah.
Stay
I
blessed.
feel confident.
Fly this fast. And especially
coming
look
over
how
from the
it was
left.
banking as well. So, guys, what do you think this could be?
I don't know, man.
Until next
right
time,
there. You can see the
stay
wings
blessed.
flapping. What happens is this bird, I think it's trying to get out of the rain, right? And it came in gliding really fast to get low. And then when it got here, it started flapping its wings faster. Like maybe it was about to land. You know how birds do that? They stop themselves. Well, it kind of looks like that to me. Watch again.
Until next time.
Watch from the beginning.
And especially
Watch
look
left.
how it was banking as well. So, guys,
He's just gliding. Now he starts
what do you
flapping.
think this could be?
Gliding.
Until
Now flapping
next time,
fast right there.
Stay blessed.
Yeah, I'm
and
confident.
banking as well. So, guys, what do you think this could be? Until next time, stay.
That's me. Yeah, I know, another crappy camera, but you know what? You can't blame Hidden Underbelly because I'm not 100%. That could just be the camera. It could just be an artifact. It could be the rain playing with it. There's a lot of things that could prove me wrong, but I think I know what I saw. Doesn't mean I'm 100% right, even though I saw what I saw. I could be wrong. You know, I was going to play Into Thin Air's video tonight, but I'm going to do that tomorrow night, and I feel bad because it's really good video. But I don't have much time left. Shit. Let me try and let me see if I can. It's a really good video. That's why. Let me just play this. I'll play it. We'll spend another 10 minutes here. Into Thin Air gave me permission that I could use the video. So I want to get it. And I want to show you guys this. Here we go. But he gave me a video. Hold on, he sent it to me. I want to use the one that he sent me. I want to make sure I use the right one. Let me go. Here he says, there you go. All right, so let's see. Yeah, here it is. Amazing captures. All right, so this is it. All right, I'm pulling it up. It's coming over. It's already started, but it's just the intro. Hold on. He started really quick. All right, hold on. In 5 seconds. 5. This is really good. This comes from Into Thin Air. Good friend of the show, allowing me to play this. Yes, I know I'm blurry.
secret that we love looking at the sun here on the Into Thin Air channel, not only for space weather related topics, but even for some of the coolest anomalies on the internet. I have a pretty cool video in store for you guys today with some brand new sightings we've made here, as well as looking back at a couple of the other amazing sightings that have been caught just over the last few months. And I also heard from a bird that there is a comet out there somewhere that is taking the news and internet by...
Now, I just like to stop at 2 hours, but we'll go a little long. There's no time limit. I just have something I have to do.
Storm. We will touch base on that, involving possibly one of the biggest meteor showers we may ever see in our lifetime. And although this is super cool, I don't want to take up too much of your time on this holiday weekend, so we're going to get this going right here, right now. Cool. Let's go. All right, everybody, welcome back. It is May 29th, 2022. We are just about to hit June 1st. It is unreal how fast time is going by. We are about to enter hurricane season, and don't worry, that topic will be covered in the next video. But I've had more than a few requests to show some of these sightings, past and present, that we have found here on the channel and group them all together into one video. If you guys remember, you're looking at one right now. As many of you might remember, we dubbed this the sun zombie for obvious reasons. This literally looks like a sun explosion that then took the shape of what looks like a zombie or an alien zombie. A lot of people like this picture. It got a lot of good attention in the community section post of the channel. And the reason I'm showing this first is because I want to get right into the good stuff. We found another one that just seems out of this world. Pun very much intended there, but as I was watching the sun for different filament explosions, CMEs, you name it, these are cameras I watch on a daily basis, and I could not help but notice this shape that began to form and then held place long enough as if it was sticking out of the sun to get its picture taken. And there was no way that I was going to pass up the opportunity to take that picture. And with a little enhancements and minor...
Come on. Really? That is unreal. It looks like you know how big that would be? See, this is me and Third Phase of Moon talked about this one night. Like, the people who created, let's say everything was created. It wasn't a big bang. But what if there are these beings that are so big, like they're bigger than Jupiter and bigger than big, right? And they're just making they're throwing out planets and moons and they're just chucking shit out. It's just like an assembly line for the galaxy or the universe. So maybe this is one of those creatures popping up saying, "Hey, I'm a monster." It's so cool looking. I know it's probably pareidolia, but who's to say? We've seen objects go into the sun and come out the other end. And other strange anomalies. Always these ships that we see flying around, which may not be ships, but people call them ships, and they have little tails behind them, kind of like an exhaust system of some sort, but these ships would be bigger than the Earth. All right, just to give you an idea.
Changes to the already existing image. This quite literally looks like some sort of being or creature that is just forming or popping out of the sun. I didn't know if my eyes were playing tricks on me or what, but every time I looked at this picture over and over again, I could not help to notice how perfect of a shape it took to look as if it's some sort of being, or at least got lucky enough to catch this perfect image and absolutely not have to
I mean, if you look at it,
share this.
It's even got, oh, your mother's got 19 eyes. It's even got like a chest plate. It's got, tendons coming out an arm. It's got shoulders. It's got the bulbous head of, what we think might be an alien. You can even see eyes, a nose. There's even a little mouth. But you have the nice jawline there. I mean, I know it's just coming out of an explosion from the sun, but maybe the explosion happened because he's popping out. Can you imagine?
this with you all. Now, let's not get too crazy here. I'm aware that the sun can make some very weird, odd shapes when it has these explosions or these filaments, but to now have these two images side by side and with a little bit of imagination, this is very, very cool stuff. And please feel free to share these images, post them yourselves if you want to give credit to the channel. That would be wonderful. But it's not just these sun filaments that were very cool. We've been catching things that quite literally look like ships shooting past the sun. But again, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I do want to show you some of the new ones I have captured over the past few days. And I'm very aware that some people out there believe these are just anomalies or camera glitches, but some of the detail that is captured in some of these what look to be streaking objects either next to the sun or shooting out of the sun are quite amazing to look at. In fact, in this new image right here, you can see that it is clearly not coming from the sun, but it is shooting up past the right side of the sun. I added the Earth scale there just for some reference, even though we can't tell how close or far back these things are to really be able to use the Earth as a tool. But nonetheless, these things capture my attention every time I see them. In fact, in this image right here, which I haven't shared with you yet, we can clearly see that it's either in front of the sun or being shot out of the sun. I tend to believe that these are separate objects that just happen to be caught with these certain filters of the SDO satellite cameras. And please take the time to go back and forward in this video so you can re-look at these images, because a lot of them have...
Wow, that's amazing. I'm going to put the link to that video in the description here, and you guys can go over there and watch the rest of it. That's from Into Thin Air. Good stuff, man. Yeah, I know I played most of it, but it was really good. You guys can watch it again if you want. But thank you, Into Thin Air. Thank you, everybody else, for hanging out tonight. That about ends it here. I want to thank the moderators and super chatters. Unbelievable. Again, you guys are killing it, making this show run smoothly in the chat. And thank you for those PayPal donations and super chats. It really helps. We're trying to get to California in July 3rd. But we also have other things going on. So it all goes back into the kitty. So we'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. It is what it is. And thank you for hanging out on a Memorial Day, Monday. Don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe the hype. People are in this just for themselves. If they're telling us something is phenomenal, it's fantastic, it's the best they've ever seen, most likely it's a lie. Right? And we learned that. New York UAP discussion proved exactly that today and this weekend. So thank you, newcomers and veterans. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And you can continue supporting the show even after it ends. There's the thanks button, which is directly under the video. After each video, you can go ahead and treat it like a super chat. And we're now getting thunderstorms entering in the area. Perfect timing. And I'm going to go eat and work out. I have to do it before 11. So with that being said, we are Truthology. And thank you, Dorothy Hawkins. We are Truthology for ufology. No doubt about that. Good night, everybody.
There's look at that thing. It's rotating.
What was the skies over and why did it sound like it was treasured sites in Christianity? UFO, right, descending